welcome back to Travel Cruise Feast. Today we're counting down our 7 best money-saving and experience-boosting tips on how to maximize your cruise value aboard Voyager of the Seas. Voyager of the Seas entered service in 1999. At the time of her maiden voyage on the 21st of November 1999, she was the largest cruise ship in the world, bringing new innovations to cruising, like an indoor Royal Promenade, an ice skating rink, and rock climbing. Over the years, Voyager of the Seas has been improved multiple times. She underwent a major update in 2019 and received a $97 million Royal Amplified upgrade that added water slides, more cabins, refreshed public areas, new spa, and kids' teen spaces, and other enhancements to keep her competitive with newer ships. Capacity and size. Voyager of the Seas holds 3,602 passengers at double occupancy and up to 4,000 passengers maximum. Let's get started on our countdown. Tip 7. Choose the right cabin. Voyager of the Seas has a unique type of interior cabin. Instead of splurging on a balcony, consider an interior promenade view cabin, which looks out onto the Royal Promenade below. These cabins are surprisingly spacious, often with room for a sofa, and you still get ambient light from the promenade. They're brighter than a standard inside cabin and cost only slightly more. Great value for money. Tip 6. Book free activities early. As soon as you can access the Royal Caribbean app, log in and book free activities on day 1. Ice skating and laser tag fill up fast. Laser tag can usually be booked twice, and if you miss out, always try the standby queue. We've had great success getting on again. Other free activities like rock climbing, flow rider, and water slides just require queuing. The app also gives you access to your onboard account. Check to make sure your account is correct daily. Tip 5. Maximise shows and entertainment. The ice skating show is held in a small venue called Studio B, so arrive at least 30 minutes early and sit directly facing the rink for the best view. Pro tip: book traditional dining time in the main dining room so you can get in and out efficiently and catch as many shows as possible. Tip 4. Skip specialty dining, but upgrade smart. You can skip specialty dining and still enjoy premium options by ordering a chopped grill steak or lobster tail for an additional fee in the main dining room. If you do want specialty dining, pre-book before the cruise in Australian dollars, or book on the first night when prices are often discounted. Always ask about wine with dinner. When we booked, we received a complimentary glass each just for asking. Tip 2. Pre-book everything you can. Pre-booking shore excursions, dining, and add-ons before your cruise means paying in Australian dollars instead of US dollars on the ship. This somehow works out cheaper after the dollar conversion. Short Australian cruises usually don't offer alcoholic drink packages, so look for happy hour deals. Joining the loyalty program will give you some half-price drink vouchers for your next cruise. Be sure to ask to use these before ordering your beer or wine at dinner or at the bar. You can also bring 1 bottle of wine per adult and 12 cans of soda per stateroom in your carry-on luggage. For the best pre-dinner drink spots, watch the sunset on the open promenade deck or head up to the Viking Crown Lounge on Deck 14. Finally, tip 1. Book early, not late. When cruising Voyager of the Seas, you may fall in love with cruising. Book another cruise at the next cruise counter for extra promotions stacked with current promotions. Cruising is more popular than ever, and last-minute bargains are getting harder to find. Your best value usually comes from booking early, watching for good promotions, and locking in the best cabin choices before prices rise. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Travel Cruise Feast, and let us know in the comments. What's your best money-saving cruise tip on Voyager of the Seas?